and beyond. You're listening to the RCWR Show with Lee Sanders.
She participated in the 5th season of WWE Tough Enough, where many, including myself, predicted she'd be among the finalists. Her dreams of being a professional wrestler were derailed when she got injured and was forced to back out of the competition. Now, she didn't let that stop her as she went through rehab and eventually earned a spot in WWE Developmental. She would take what she learned from there to promotions such as Family Wrestling Entertainment, AAA, World Wrestling League, Pro Wrestling Revolution. Now, currently she wrestles for what I think is, without a doubt, one of the best promotions that covers women's wrestling. Of course, I'm talking about Shine Wrestling. And this Friday, August 23rd, in Ybor City, Florida, she faces Jessica Havoc and Mia Yim in a triple threat match to determine the number one contender to face the first and current champion, Reign. And for you guys keeping track at home, that's one of her rolling partners in that Valkyrie stable. To talk more about Shine and more, it's the one and only, the beautiful, the lovely Ivelisse Velez. How you doing tonight?
What's up, man?
What is up? How you been?
The sky. No, I'm kidding. I've been good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Yeah, a little sad that, the good weather is about to come to an end. We're going to have to deal with old man winter over here for a little bit.
That's why I'm glad I'm in Tampa, Florida.
I hear nice things about it. I don't know, man. I may have to end up taking residence down there. I hear it's beautiful down there.
Nice warm weather. Reminds me of my island, Puerto Rico.
That's what's up. I want to kick this off. I want to thank you for being here tonight. It really does mean a lot, as I've been wanting to talk to you for quite a long time, pretty much like ever since I saw you on Tough Enough a couple of years back. And without a doubt, what I've been seeing of your career thus far, because I've been definitely trying to make it be my business to follow you, you're definitely one of my favorite wrestlers.
Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you. Let's kick it off, man. Something I think that's very awesome about you is the fact that you train in MMA. Could you tell the folks what got you into that and how long you've been training?
Well, the whole MMA thing started, I was training for around roughly 8 months before I got the break to be on Tough Enough. I was training in Chicago, and I was actually hoping to debut in a company there where they had different teams from different areas from Illinois come in and fight each other and stuff like that. So I was gonna debut on that, but I got the call for the Tough Enough reality TV show, and I kind of dropped what I had going on with the MMA thing, because at that time I was already pretty disappointed with wrestling, and it got me to want to explore other venues, and that's when I started to train for the MMA. But then it kind of rekindled my wrestling passion when I got called for the Tough Enough thing, and I kind of got motivated and said, you know what, well, this is an opportunity, and I'm not gonna let it pass by, So after I did the Tough Enough thing, and then after Tough Enough came the contract, and I tried, after I was released from WWE, I tried to continue training, but it's a little harder over here because I don't really know that much people. And I was supposed to debut February, around the time I did the gut check, but I had to give that up too because I was presented with the opportunity to do the gut check, so that kind of went to crap too, so I haven't been able to really delve my all into MMA. So I've already made the decision that if I ever stop wrestling, then that probably will be the moment when I do MMA, because obviously I can't juggle both.
Right, right. No, I can understand that. Yeah, because I know I was going to ask you later, but since you brought it up there, yeah, because my memory is a little bit fuzzy. Maybe you can help me connect the dots. I remember there was some type of an MMA debut you were supposed to make, I think, for, what was it, Fight.net or Fight Club? It was like 48 or something like that?
FIGHTCARD Entertainment.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
you didn't do that one?
No, that for both instances that I was going to debut for my first MMA fight, it was going to be, both times was going to be with FIGHTCARD Entertainment, which is like the best MMA company in that area, Illinois. So, but it just couldn't, for some reason, for some divine reason, each time that I was going to debut, something happened in wrestling, and I just continued wrestling. Just kind of messed up my momentum with MMA.
Right, right. Now, as a female training in MMA, you know, do you find that when some people find out about your MMA background, they're a little intimidated?
I don't know. I mean, I guess. I mean.
Personally, I think that's hot. You know, you can handle yourself.
They should be, right? Because that means I can kick their ass, right?
Right. Oh, God.
But I love it. I love MMA. I remember specifically, too, when I started training, even as I was starting to learn all these different techniques and stuff from MMA, and like, I was like, oh, my God, wait, I need to separate, you know, how I throw a punch in wrestling than how I throw it here, because, you know, it's not as easy. It's pretty difficult. The guys that lately have been signed to TNA that are actually former MMA fighters and doing that crossover and trying to, you know, juggle both, like, that's very hard. But with the experience that I had, it wasn't that hard, but I could see how it could be really hard for someone, like, picking it up, like, fresh, and I don't know. I love it, though. I love it. I love the art form of it, and I love the knowledge as well as self-defense, so.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember in an article you were quoted saying wrestling is intense and brutal, but as you were training with, I think it was Coach Franco and his team, it's like two completely different worlds. Could you share a little bit more insight on that?
Yeah, and I kind of like that, because, like, in wrestling, like, how can I say? Well, at least with me, when I was training, I mean, everywhere is different, but at least with me, the experience I had with my coach and all that, like, it was very team-orientated, or whatever word you would pick for that. Like, it was all about team. We would encourage each other, and like, with wrestling, it felt more like a solo thing. You stand out, even though it's two people in there, and it's a team effort with one and another. But I don't know. I felt like it was like my team, like my posse, like we all had each other's back, and it was like so electrifying to like encourage one another as we're fighting, and it's just like it was so exciting for me each time. Like I would literally, every time after I'd be in an event, like fights and stuff, my throat was like scratchy, and all of like how loud I would scream and how hyped up I would get with that atmosphere and how intense it was. And just the way that the coach like trains too, like they were hard, like they were real tough, but at the same time, like it was you actually got the praise out of the hard work that you put in. That's how I felt, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was, to me, that's how it was two different worlds.
Okay. You staying on MMA for a little bit. I definitely want to pick your brain on this because you just touched up on it a couple of seconds ago. you're definitely aware that we've seen the likes of MMA fighters like King Mo Lau, Rampage Jackson, now Tito Ortiz, who's been off and on with the TNA promotion. All these guys just been popping up in there the past several months. We got like a good amount of fans that's quite a bit upset because they feel it's bad business and it takes away from those on the roster that are capable of delivering a 5-star quality type of match. Let's also, for the sake of the argument, we got to throw in Brock Lesnar. He did the whole wrestling originally. That's what got him to WWE. Then he left. He did the NFL. He did the UFC. Now he's back in the WWE, but he's catching a bad rep. But I think that's kind of died down considering the awesome 5-star match he had with CM Punk at SummerSlam. What is your perspective? Is it bad business seeing these MMA fighters come into wrestling?
I mean, I don't see it. I mean, okay. I don't see it as negative overall. I mean, everything has its pros and its cons, you know. But I don't see it as more negative than positive because it's something different. Like, at least for me, to me, it's too early for me to form a concrete opinion about it because it's not very common. And before these, you know, like Tito Ortiz now and King Mo, like before these guys, the only one we had was Brock Lesnar. So, and he actually did pretty well. So, like now with these new guys and whatever they're doing, wherever they're going with it, like for me at least, I feel like it's too early for me to form a concrete opinion for that. But I don't see it as like a negative overall thing. It's something different. It brings something different to the table, and it brings a little bit of legitimacy and like fans from the other side, you know, like it brings MMA fans. It's like bringing a different audience. It's just like it's a different feel. So to me, at least to me, just because I'm all about different flavors for everybody, like it's something different. So I see it, you know, as something different. And to me, something different is always good. So that's just my opinion.
All right. I respect that. Now, we saw you make an appearance at TNA Wrestling's one night only, I think it was the Knockouts Knockdown, and then a couple of months after that, you most recently did the World Cup of Wrestling as you were part of Team Aces and Nades. No doubt you got a little bit of history there with the company because you did the TNA gut check and all. Any chance we might possibly see you maybe join them on a part-time or full-time status?
Well, that is a very big question mark. After I did the one-night-only pay-per-views, the Knockouts one and the World Cup, that there hasn't been any other requests for me to do any other stuff or anything. So after that, I don't. It's a big question mark as of now.
Okay. Now, is there anyone on that roster you looking at, you saying, man, I'd like to work with them for a couple of months? Who's got your eye?
I'd like to do some stuff with Gail. I think so far she's done a great job of being a good I would say like leader as far as like, you know, trying to work consistently and keeping a consistent program with everyone and stuff. Also Mickey, that I actually, you know, was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to work with her on the one night only pay-per-view. I would say them two.
Those are the ones that jump out at you the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could definitely tear it down with those two, no doubt. Yeah. Knowing what you know about what's been going on with that promotion, with the releases coming left and right, is there a little part of you that's kind of glad that maybe you're not with the promotion right now, as we got a lot of folks that's questioning whether or not the promotion's even going to make it into 2015? I
really don't know. I To me, it's an opportunity. Like regardless where it was, regardless where it's headed or whatnot. To me, I just see it as an opportunity. If I would have gotten signed at that time or whatever, like it's an opportunity. Like as long as it's right, it's an opportunity, and you can always, the future is uncertain. So it could seem that way and it doesn't happen, or it could seem that way and it does happen, that they fall. But at the end of the day, it's an opportunity that I wouldn't want to let pass.
Right. I can respect that.
You make what you can. You make what you can of opportunities.
Right. Hey, it's not every day you can get in front of a camera in front of millions and millions. Yeah, I can respect that. Now, I've definitely got to pick your brain on this, since there's that part of you that has that reality TV background with Tough Enough. Have you been watching Total Divas?
Not very consistently, but
what's your take on that so far?
At first, I was like, oh, God, Jesus. But I wanted to watch it because I was very curious, because I actually, I know these girls, I don't know the Bellas because I was never, I never met the Bellas or obviously the newbies, but, I know Funkadactyls, Ariane and Trinity and Natty. I know them, and I was very curious more than anything to watch them and support them. So if there was any interest of me to watch the show or follow it in any way, it was because of them. And what I've seen so far, I think it's pretty good. The only thing I don't like is the fact that I didn't like that they put two completely new girls into the program. I think they should have put at least one girl in the developmental into the program. It didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it does kind of come off a little odd when you see it play out. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Do you get the vibe since you've been watching it? Because I've yet to watch it. I've just been asking friends and everything, and I'm trying to get to that point where I can't sit down and watch it, just to see what everybody's talking about. But with your experience from Tough Enough, is there any part of you that is kind of looking at what's going on with Total Divas and saying, that it's kind of scripted? Because I know for some reality TV series, you do kind of have the producers and the directors. They're kind of like, why don't you do this instead? It'll really look good on TV, as the viewers will just be drawn in by it.
Hey, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, all right? I'm not going to give too much insight of that. I'm not going to spoil it.
I'm hearing a little bit of static. Let's move along. Okay. First Amendment on that one. All right, moving right along. You've been working for the Shine promotion now since last November, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Shine 5 DI pay-per-view. Tell me, what led you to hooking up with them? How'd you hear about them?
That is correct. I actually, on my time here in Tampa with SCW, with developmental, with WWE, being here in Tampa, I would see here and there sometimes on TV, little commercials for Shine and whatnot when they, just started, when they began. And I was always kind of, oh, that's cool, I was curious, And then once I got released, they're already halfway into, so far, and I was like, well, why not? I'm here in Tampa, and I got contacted by Lexi and went from there. I said, sure, I'd like to work there. It's all girls. It's the first time I would ever wrestle for an all women's company, even though I lived in Chicago for years and didn't work for Shimmer. But that's a whole different story. I was like, yeah, I'd like the opportunity to have to work for an all-women's roster and see how I could develop myself into that kind of atmosphere, and everything went well. And I'm glad that I had that opportunity, and I've been very happy so far with them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What part of Chicago did you grow up in? Because I was born and raised in Chicago.
Oh, I would say near the city, northwest-ish.
Okay. Yeah, I was in the hood. I was in the rough part there. Yeah. Oh man. Good old days. I still remember the name of my elementary school that I used to go to when we ended up moving from the area. It was Ravenswood Elementary. Yeah, it was in a nice area. It was like in a predominantly Hispanic area, but it was so nice because like in the middle you had like the whites with, this was all like within like a 5-block radius. So like in the center you had like the whites, a little bit of blacks, and then you had like some houses like in between these apartment complexes. And there would be Hispanics in most of the houses, a couple of Asians. It was a really nice multicultural neighborhood. It was really awesome. I remember like you could go around the corner and there would be like 5, 8 different convenience stores. So you had like a Korean, you had a Mexican, I mean it was like all on the same strip. It was freaking awesome back then. I definitely want to get in a phone call here, get you a couple of questions here. You guys got a comment or question for our lovely guest tonight, Ms. Ivelisse Velez? Number to call, 646-478-3525. That's 646-478-3525. Let us know your name and where you're calling from when we bring you online here, or live here, sorry. I see 401. My friend, you're live on the air.
Good evening. You are speaking with Ivelisse's songwriter from Facebook. How are you, Ivelisse?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. So my question to you is, what kind of went through your mind when the suicide dive happened last month at Shine, when Mia Yim missed you?
Oh, God. I think
that
my
was
heart stopped for 3 seconds. As soon as I saw her coming towards me, I'm like, okay, here we go. And as she was coming towards me, it kind of shocked the crap out of me when, like, not even a couple inches away from my face, like, completely went down to the floor. And on that precise moment, as she's going down, and I see her feet, like, hit the rope, and the rope bouncing as like from hitting it, and then fall flat on the floor. I was like, "Oh my God, are you alive?" And after she was okay, I was like, "Okay, she's alive," and just kept the show going. That was a crazy moment.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. And speaking of Mia Yim, I mean, this Friday at that Shine 12i pay-per-view, you're going to be involved in a triple threat match involving her and Jessica Havoc. As winner of that match will take on the first ever champion. I'm still excited about that, by the way, Rain. Is there any type of concern going into this match? I mean, you know, you girls are part of Valkyrie there. I mean, surely you spent enough time with Rain. You know her strengths, you know her weaknesses. Is it going to be kind of tough facing her for the title?
Well, it's going to be tough in the sense mentally tough for me, and I'm pretty sure it would be for her. I mean, I certainly don't want to face her. If I'd want to face anybody for the title, I want to face my own, like, you know, it's like my own sister, you know, like, I don't, no one can think that I'm going to go into that, like nothing. It's hard for me, but at the end of the day, like she says, you know, it doesn't matter. As long as it's in Valkyrie, that's what matters. And if it comes down to it, to me and Rain, no. Well, now that I have the opportunity to go for the title right now, when it's down to me and Rain, honestly, may the best girl win. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, as long as it's in Valkyrie, that's all that matters.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I can't seem to remember the full card for the pay-per-view. I wonder if we might be able to get some help. 336. You think you could help us out with that? No? 336.
Hello?
336. Yeah, 336. You think? Yeah, 336.
This is Chastity.
Hi.
We can hear you.
Hey, Ivelisse, I'm just calling in to say hello and get some of the fans' opinions on, you guys just kind of beat me to it talking about how it's going to be if you have to compete against Rain this weekend. Are you nervous having to go against your friend?
Yeah, definitely. I'm nervous, too.
I'm nervous just thinking about it.
Yeah, it's definitely not a match I want to be in the ring to ring announce for sure.
Is that what? I'm sorry?
I said it's definitely a match I don't want to be in the ring to ring announce for.
Oh. Yeah. It's not an easy thing for me, I was very close last time. I mean, yeah, whatever happened. Like, I was very mad. I'm a hothead sometimes, and I kind of for a couple, for a little bit there, I thought it could have been on purpose, but it's not. Like, there's no way that Rain would do that to me, like before the final match in the tournament. I really don't want to face her, but it's the title. It's the opportunity to have the title, and I'm pretty sure she would agree. Like, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter who has the title, as long as it's in Valkyrie. That's what matters.
Definitely.
Right.
And another question I had for you, based on some things that I've been reading online, is that a lot of people are wondering how this whole deal with Saraya Knight's going to play out, and whether or not Rain paid Saraya to take out Jessica Havoc. With Havoc clear to wrestle this weekend, she's coming in pretty pissed off. Are you nervous about having to get in there with Jessica?
You know what? I don't think why. I'm not nervous because I have a game plan. And at the end of the day, no matter how mad you are, like, we all have weaknesses. And right now, at this precise second, at this precise moment, Jessica Havoc's weakness is a part of her body. And, hey, all is fair, right? So we'll see how her legs are at this Friday at 9/12.
That's what's up. I got to give a shout-out to John HTR in the chat room. It looks like that was him that had called in to talk with you a few seconds ago, Ivelisse. He says, thank you. Can't I get put on one? You want to get put on one last time. Okay, I was trying to understand that. I don't have my glasses tonight. Yeah. If you got another question, go ahead, buddy. Wait a minute. Go ahead, buddy.
Thank you. Well, it wasn't a question. I'm always a songwriter that gives every wrestler a gift, and it's for her luck this week at Shine. If that's good with you, Ivelisse, because I think you see them sometimes on Facebook.
Well, wait a minute now. How long is this song? Because we got some songs coming in on the commercial break now.
This is like 20 seconds.
Oh, 20 seconds. Okay, well, we can do that then. All right, as long as it's not 5 minutes.
I love the way Ivelisse handles the boat. I love the way she wears her coat. I just think she's amazing. I love the way she makes the bed. I love the way she cuts the bread. I love the way she rides the sled. I just think she's amazing. I love the way she cleans the hay. I love the way she does MMA. I just think Ivelisse is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah!
All right. Dude, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. You got my respect, brother. You got my respect, brother. Yeah, go ahead. I see it looks like a Skype call's coming in, Ivelisse. Looks like this one's from Uncle Bill 523. Uncle Bill, you're live, my friend.
No, I heard a guy sing a song, and I said in the chat room that I got the song I wanted to sing also.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. Well, do you have a question or a comment for our guest?
Can I sing my song? It's only 20 seconds like the last caller was.
Well, now, look, all this 20-second song thing, I don't know about you, Uncle Bill. I tell you what, maybe you can send her that song on Twitter or Facebook or what have you. Chastity, how's the card looking for this Friday? I seem to have, wink, wink, misplaced my notes.
Yeah, definitely. I've got you covered. So we, of course, know that in a number one contenders match, Ivelisse takes on Jessica Havoc and Mia Yim, Mia being the one who advanced all the way to the finals against Rain back at Shine 11. So the winner of that match will go on to face Rain for the championship tonight. You've got Amazing Kong versus Mercedes Martinez. Definitely going to be a hard-hitting bout. I'm excited to be ringside for. This weekend is Angelina Love. She's posted on Twitter that this is one of her last matches at Shine for a few months. So she's taking on the debuting Shanna. We also have Leva versus Christina Von Eerie. Santana and Amber O'Neal with taking on Brandy Wine and Malia Husaka, And then the reunited West Coast Connection, Tracy Taylor and Sue Young are coming back, taking on the newly formed All-Star Squad. Daphne's got Nikki Rocks and Solo Darling teaming up. They are Daphne's ASS, the All-Star Squad. So and then we've got Kimberly versus Kimberly. That'll be a fun one to check out. And overall, you've got an awesome card for Shine 12. I'm very excited to be a part of it.
I tell you, I mean, all the matches on this card, guys, it looks really good. But the one I'm looking very forward to the most is what's going to happen with that number one contender. I'm just going to call it what it is. Ivelisse, I got confidence in you, despite the crafty Mia Yim and the psycho known as Jessica Havoc, the Wrecking Machine. I got you going over in that one.
Oh, well, of course. Whoever wouldn't, obviously don't know me.
I know you're going to get the job done, definitely. Let folks know where they can catch you as far as Twitter and the Facebook and all that.
Now what? Sorry, repeat that one time.
I said let the folks know where they can catch up with you as far as like updates and stuff, yeah.
Oh, on Twitter, you can contact me at Real Ivelisse, and that is REALIV as in violin, ELISSE, because I know my name is weird. And, yeah, that's the best place to contact me at, and follow me for my updates.
Awesome, awesome. I'm looking very excited to that match, and, hopefully, if you end up being champion, we definitely got to have you come on back and talk about what it's like being champion, the second champion in the company's history at that, as we always tell our guests that come on by here. Anytime you want to come by, doesn't even have to be anything wrestling related. You just want to come by and, shoot the hay, you're more than welcome to come on back. We'd love to have you.
Awesome. Sounds good to me.
All right, let's do it, yeah. All right. Well, the one and only Ivelisse Velez. Ivelisse, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. All right, now. Bye. And Chastity, thank you so much for that little cameo there.
Of course. I always want to support you guys.
Awesome. We definitely got to have you back, as soon as possible. We got to catch up.
Definitely. Lots changed in 2 months, Big things are happening.
Yeah, I know, right? It's freaking crazy. It's like maybe we can, do something when, the Shine 12 this Friday. So I guess, maybe when Shine 13's kind of near, yeah, we can have you come on back.
Definitely, I'd love to.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. As a matter of fact, I'd love to just do a whole show where we just, run down what's going on with the card. I think that'd be awesome.
We could do it. You and I think we could talk all night long.
Heck yeah. That'd be awesome. Well, thanks so much. I really appreciate the help. And, by the way, let the folks know how they can order the pay-per-view.
Yeah, definitely. You can go to www.shinewrestling.com to get the full card and details, order any kind of merchandise, anything you'd like, all Shine things related, and then order the pay-per-view on wwnlive.com. It's an iPay-per-view. Shine puts out the very best of the best, and this is going to be a killer show. It's Shine 12. You know, it's a big deal. The first title defense from our first ever Shine champion reign. And, you know, you've already put your money down on Ivelisse, and, you know, I'm like I said, I'm nervous for this match because we've seen Mia Yim take on Reign, and Mia Yim was far close to being the first ever Shine champion. We know Ivelisse competed in 3 matches at Shine 11, so we know that she's a tough competitor. And Jessica Havoc versus Drea Knight was, honest to gosh, one of the most tough, hard-hitting matches I've ever seen in my entire life. And to be able to sit ringside for it was exhilarating. So any of those 3 women taking on Reign later in the night is going to be well worth the iPay-per-view. So definitely order the pay-per-view, check us out, and, you know, if you're in Ybor City Friday night, come say hello.
Definitely. Chastity, thank you so much. I know we'll be in talk during the week.
Definitely, thank you, and you take care, Lee.
No, you too. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, the one and only Chastity Taylor, live event hostess of Shine Wrestling. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you coming by the show. Also, mad shout out to the one and only Ivelisse Velez.